Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to turn 49, I believe, of Pokemon, where we are playing Cyanwood City. Let's jump into the turn. So, we got a bunch of stuff going on. Let's do our normal flip through, and we'll come back afterwards. Okay, so we have finished Conjuration 7, on our way to Conjuration 8. Cast Trade Win. Didn't find anything with Apsu. Didn't find anything with Augury. Did find something with Nomalore, which is an Iron Cliff which is just a one Earth gem site, but still good. Nothing with Auspex. Created a Revenant. Nothing with Haruspex. Nothing with Arcane Probing. Saffron City unrest is increasing there. Got some spies. Lost a crippled unit. Okay, so military force has been beaten by a stronger force from Olivine City. So we lost in Scarce Hope Waste, lost in Hall Woods. We won in World Pillar. We lost in Titan Steps. We won in Giant Spine. Won in Three Pine Grove. We won in Violet City. We lost in Ministra. So all these died. We won in Hobergdorf. We lost in Lost Canyon Range. We won in Trouble Bog. We won in the Woods of Weeping. We lost in the Spires of Ascension. However, we did assassinate a schoolgirl, which is kind of what we were trying to do. So I'll take that as a victory. We won attacking the fortress of Violet City, so we actually control Violet City now. And immediately we got a Battle Girl Ruby discovered on Olivine City. It surprises me. I guess it probably shouldn't. He has a shit ton of fucking province defense here. How easily he's finding these rubies. Got some stuff cured, did some patrols, got a bunch of promotions, and we got some units back. So, is there anything we actually want to watch? I don't think so. We can watch the Spires of Ascension one. Although it's pretty simple. There is a schoolgirl back here and she just gets assassinated. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. Our Alakazams, they do their job. They kill everything else as they would, but they can't do anything to the Steelix. They literally can't do anything to the Steelix. They cannot. I think even if, they could exploding dice him. If they exploded dice the shit out of him, they might hurt him just a little bit, and then he just gets healed back up. So, that was a fun little battle. Nothing really happened. I don't really know, why he attacked here with this. Let's see if he tried to do it. So there... Oh, he was just pinging him, maybe? I don't really know why. Maybe it was just an accident. Who knows? Okay. Alright, so... Nothing really interesting. Let's see if there was some other... Nope. Okay, so what are we actually doing? We got a whole bunch of movements, whole bunch of stuff going on, but really not a lot is changing. We're continuing to do the things that we have been doing. Olivine City front. Continuing to instill uprisings and preach against his dominion. We are moving and attacking into a number of different locations. Falco is going to attack over in Neefel. Feral is going to attack into Windsong Forest. Vano is going to attack into Storn Woods. We are sneaking into the Bog of Beasts. Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the Olivine City side of things. In the Saffron City side of things, we're actually moving Urborn back over to Saffron City, and we're moving Robodan, and both of them are on move and patrol. Okay. And the reason why is because we're trying to get a Steelix champion here. So we're going to try to start recruitment of Steelix champions. We might not go crazy. I mean, I might not do a Steelix champion literally every chance we get, but then again, I might. We'll see how it goes. But we definitely want to try to get a Steelix or two going because of the very high nature capabilities for them. And we'll see how that all works out. Really, we're hoping to get off of the first one. We're hoping to get one of the 50% randoms so we can have a Earth 5, and we can give that Earth 5 some boots. It's an Earth 6, and then we're gonna stick his ass in the fucking city, and he's gonna hide there for the rest of eternity because he's gonna cast Earthblood Deepwell as soon as we can get it up, basically. So, what else are we doing in Saffron, in the Saffron City front? Not a lot, honestly. We're doing the horror specs. We're doing all the site searching stuff that we have been doing, but really nothing else crazy is happening. Just trying to literally hold down the fort, right? And actually just benefit from the astral pearls and the fact that we have a temple there now and can recruit these Steelix. So let's jump over to the Violet City front, because I think at this point we can absolutely start considering this to be a front, considering we own the city now. So the Violet City front, Chuck is patrolling in, and you might see a number of arrows coming this way, and that is because the whole posse, the Golem crowd, is coming over here to Violet City. There is a Steelix right here. There's a little enemy army right here. And the hope is, I have no idea if this is going to be the case, but I hope he's going to be like, I need to make some progress, and he charges at Violet City. And if he does, great. If he doesn't, all right, that's also fine. But I'm trying to patrol and catch him out in Violet City. We'll see if that actually works. Aside from that, we're not doing anything in the city itself yet. I'm kind of like with Saffron City. I want to secure the area. Here's the other thing is I don't know if Violet City is gonna. I assume, right? Because Violet City is still in the game. We can look at the score graphs. Violet City is still here, actually still kind of like mid-tier on provinces, which is fucking hilarious, right? Kind of doing meh on income, kind of doing meh on research, right? But he's still in the game, so I don't know if he is going to expect me to just relinquish his capital. If he comes at me fast and hard, basically, I will probably do so. I will probably relinquish the capital. But if I get several turns to put more pressure on Olivine City, and I feel like I can take a second front, I might just go to war against Violet City as well, and just say, all right, well, I did the work for your capital. I can either keep it, or you can give me something in concession, right? Like maybe the surrounding area here, or we can go to war. I don't know. We'll see, right? Like I don't have a hard line on this. Really, I went for Violet City because it was in close proximity, and I need to hurt Olivine City's income as much as I possibly can. So I didn't want him to just be able to hold on to Violet City. So we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself and say that this is exactly what I'm gonna do. So we'll see. kind of down more into the Viridian City front. We're also moving Yazar from Kunal into Three Pine Grove. And we're moving Brenna back into Kunal to try to pick up... She lost most of her stuff in this fight here in Ministra, so we're going to try to pick up some more stuff at Kunal. We have a whole lot of stuff just kind of sitting around, so we'll grab that and see how it goes. In Viridian City itself, we are recruiting a Battle Girl Pearl, and we're going to get some white belts. White belts basically back to do the exact same thing that we have been doing with them. You know, doing the whole... They generate Machamps, which means they can kill things. So. What else are we doing? We are moving Ekis out with a posse. If you saw previously, he's got the Dregs of Society, so he's moving out to counter raid, and then Koma is moving out to counter raid as well, but she's taking the good stuff basically. So this is all of the stronger high tier stuff. We are hoping to, again, probably nothing. We're probably just going to counter raid and go from there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Moving over towards Cyanwood City, most notably in Impassable Mountains. We're still patrolling everything down in Griffin Rock. After we're done patrolling things down in Griffin Rock, we're probably going to pop over towards the Woodlands and see what we can do. By the way, this is the Throne of Fire, and I do actually really want to get over here. And as a part of securing the Saffron City front, I want to get an army here and sit it for a second and put a palisades on this throne. I also want to get a palisades on Debrithia here in the near future as well, but that's going to be another story. All of these freaking thrones are going to be another story. I still got to deal with Olivine City. In Impassable Mountains, we are moving Zinval. Okay, so again, all of this stuff is like move patrol, right? Move patrol, move patrol, move patrol. So we are moving and patrolling Zinval into Omicria, again, hoping that we find someone and pop them. We are trying to... What are we doing? Oh, we're moving a bunch of these Black Belt Goes back down to Cyanwood to pick up more raiding parties, basically. We're getting another batch of them because we have a shit ton of stuff in Cyanwood that we need to be using. So hopefully next turn we won't have to do this anymore and we'll be fine, but we'll see. And then we're recruiting... Sorry, in Impassable Mountains, we're recruiting a bunch more Mareeps. We're getting the Ampharos factories back online. We want to keep doing that. Basically, from now until the end of the game, our income is over 4,000. We are now, even in our current situation, right, where we actually dipped a little bit on provinces this turn. We are now back above Pewter City. On income, and if we can continue the trend, we will continue to skyrocket our income. Fingers crossed. We had a very big dip for a very long time. Like, this was a big dip to climb back up out of. If this had never happened, right, we would be up here now. Like, we would be off, like, it would be insane. But you know what? It is kind of my fault. I'm the one who did it. I picked the fight with Olivine City. I'm not regretful about picking the fight, but damn. It has been a rough fucking battle. Okay, so what else are we doing? We are just moving people around for counter raiding. In Cyanwood City, we're doing a couple things. So recruitment-wise, we're continuing with the swimmer spam, mostly because these are cheap units that I can put research gear on, and eventually we can put a bunch of rings or water bracelets on. So that's kind of that situation. What else are we doing? We're getting and we're going to try to start doing this as frequent as possible. We're going to fill out our recruitment of prodigies. Now that we can produce we can do prodigies in how many turns? I did the math. Now I can't remember what it was. 6 turns. So we can take a prodigy from nothing, from a white belt with 0 experience, and in 6 turns turn them into a black belt. That's big. That's very, very big. And we want to exploit that. We want to have as many of these popping out as we can every chance that we can. And we actually still have recruitment points. I want to get to the point to where I'm mixing in white belts with this as much as possible as well. So that's going to be the plan, hopefully in the coming turns. So we'll see how it goes. In the actual city itself, as far as production and everything like that goes, we are putting together some gear, basic gear, dragon helmet, firebrand, Scutata Volturnus. I say basic gear. Actually, this is probably more advanced gear than we've put on anyone so far. So, firebrand and the Scutata Volturnus, boots of quickness. We're going to end up putting, one of the reasons why we're moving Airborne back is we're probably going to end up putting the Amulet of Resilience, along with a Ring of Regeneration onto our Steelix. And now it might not be this particular Steelix, but if this Steelix doesn't get one of the randoms, then I don't care about him. So I'll immediately, I want to have gear ready to put on him immediately and start using him if he turns out to be a crapper, basically. Like, I'm gonna throw gear on him and send his ass up against fucking Greenwall. Like, why the fuck not? Almost immediately. So we're basically we're trying to get enough gear to do that. I think a decent build with like I said, like a Dragon Helm, Firebrand, that gives him some, that takes care of his fire resistance problems. Scutata Volturnus is very good for defeating large groups of monsters, right? The Boots of Quickness, along with the Firebrand, are going to make it to where he has a much better time against other Steelixes. So that should be just fine. Oh, and I'm putting, I'm using Cameron the Photographer to make a Robe of Shadows. So the Robe of Shadows should, with him being ethereal, that should really help him against other Steelixes, because the other Steelixes shouldn't be able to do shit to him. It's just a matter of whether or not he can really do shit to them, which I think he will be able to. And we have a Revenant who is now casting Dark Knowledge, and he's going to Dark Knowledge spam probably for the rest of forever. We're targeting Silverwall first because we know Silverwall has some sort of death sight. It is the only place over here that does not have Growth 3. Probably has some sort of like an ink pod or something like that there. Is there anything else going crazy? We are entering into a school with Shy Call. We're actually going to start training him up a little bit. See if we can't get some gear on him, get another Airborne out. We're probably going to do that in the next couple turns. So while we're waiting on that, we're just going to give him some training time. Now that we have enough, I say that now that we have enough, I will actually need to double check that we have enough. Yeah, we have enough bodies to put research things on. So our research is actually up to 1,167 per month. So that's pretty kick-ass. We are going to have Conjuration 8 in 3 more turns. Though, when we get there, we're not going to be able to immediately take advantage of it, which is kind of unfortunate. So when we get there, this feels so bad to me. Like, I just don't see a scenario of three gems for 6 Hitmonchans in battle being really useful, honestly. And it also says it summons Machik, so I don't know. And it can only be cast by Taskmaster. I've been like running into the situation where it can only be cast by Taskmasters. My people aren't Taskmasters, and I think they're supposed to be. Because I think that the whole Taskmaster thing is supposed to be the basically like Pokemon tag. The only things that I have that are Taskmasters are the Lutadoras. So I think this is actually a bug. Like I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. So I think I'm gonna talk to Onard about it and see if that is actually the case. Go from there. But yeah, so I'm doing a bunch of different things. Trying to get up there. Actually, a little worried about Celadon City, because they are past me now in research, and they are doing really well. So, and as far as everything else goes, like they're middle of the pack for provinces. And for income and everything like that, but research is like the end all be all of the vast majority of things. Like you can have like 60% of the world, sure, but if you have 30% of the research, it's kind of rough. So I am concerned. I have concerns. But I also have concerns about Pewter City. So Pewter City has been attacking Vermilion City for a while, but apparently this turn Vermilion said that Pewter has backed off. I don't know if it's a permanent back off or if it was just for this turn. But yeah, I'm interested to see kind of like what happens from there. So the big elephant in the room is our very low number of earth gems, and I keep using earth gems, right? I keep forging with them. I keep, so I'm not stockpiling them as I would have hoped. So the scenario is even if I get a Steelix in 2 turns, I'm not gonna have enough earth gems just for a base cast of Earthblood Deepwell. I'm gonna have to alchemize. So then the question becomes, how badly do I alchemize? I have a very large amount of fire, water, and air gems. Do I like try to just be like, okay, gonna alchemize everything and make this an Earthblood Deepwell that's just not coming down, right? I could potentially do that. I could try to put 100+ gems beyond the 80, right? I could try to put close to 100 or more gems into that, and that probably would mean that it wouldn't be coming down anytime soon. But that might not be the case. So we're gonna play this by ear. I'm gonna see if I can't figure out a couple things. I'm actually in the conversations. I'm probably gonna open up a conversation with Onard with Violet City about basically using his capital as a bartering chip, and see if maybe he will pay me for the capital in earth gems. I got a bunch of different options or ideas that I'm playing with, so we will see how all of those go. But at the end of the day, I think that is about it. Things are working out. We are slowly but surely whittling away at Olivine City. I want to... I just wish I had more earth gems. More earth gems! More earth gems! And then I would... If I was in like the 14 or 15 range right here, I would have significantly less concern about any of the things that I am currently doing. Alright, I think that is going to be it for this turn. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.